I think all of us know this deep down, that it's not that we don't have enough time, but that we waste too much of it. And I came to this realization at the start of this summer, and instantly just grabbing for my phone, scrolling on social media, and watching YouTube videos or shows. And once I realized I was in this downward spiral of being lazy and procrastinating, I remembered the simple routine that I used to get out of my rut and stop wasting time, and instantly become violently productive. So if you want to become productive, I would recommend taking out a notebook, because even though this is simple, I'm going to go very in depth. To make this routine work, it all starts before you go to bed, so that you can set yourself up for the next day to be effortlessly productive. And the first thing that you need to do is write the 3 to 5 tasks that you need to accomplish the next day. And after you do that, you need to mark the most important or time-consuming task. I'll tell you why you need to do that later in this video, but first I want you to remember not to underestimate the power of to-do lists. Not only will it give you direction throughout your day, so that you don't get distracted or confused about what you need to do, but every time that you check something off that list, it will give you more motivation to keep on doing the rest of your tasks. The next thing that you should do, which is a little cheeky trick, which I know some of you guys out there might already be doing, but that is turning on the Grayscale filter on your phone. And this basically removes all the color from your screen. This makes scrolling on social media a lot less entertaining, because instead of all these colors just getting flashed in your face, you're just seeing kind of black and white. And this could make a big difference on the amount of time that you spend on your phone. And to turn on this filter, what you want to do is go to your settings, search up color filters, press on color filters again, and then turn on the little switch. And that will make your phone grayscale. Now the last thing you need to do to maximize your nightly routine, before I talk about what you should be doing in the mornings, is something that I heard Alex Hormozi teach. And I'm gonna warn you, it sounds really simple, but I think a lot of people overlook it. Instead of just setting an alarm to wake up in the morning, set an alarm for you to fall asleep at the right time, so that you can go to bed and get enough rest early enough. And this can massively impact the next day's productivity. So make sure to set both alarms where you get enough time to sleep about 7 to 8 hours. In my case, I wanna wake up at 6:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna set that alarm, but I'm also gonna set an alarm for 10:30 p.m. so I can get enough hours of sleep. The last little part to this nightly routine is, instead of leaving your phone on your nightstand or right next to you when you sleep, I put my phone on the other side of my room, because when your alarm goes off, you'll be forced to get up out of your bed and turn it off. And also, when your phone is on the other side of the room, you're not going to be tempted to use it before you go to sleep. And now that we've nailed our nightly routine down, what do we do in the mornings to conquer our day? Something that took me a while to realize, that a lot of people still don't know, is that the first 15 to 30 minutes of you being awake will set the tone for the rest of the entire day. For example, you're snoozing your alarm, you're scrolling on social media for 30 minutes. That will set a very unproductive tone. And for the rest of the day, it's really hard to break that and get into a positive flow. So if you want to set a good tone for the day and not waste any time, as soon as you feel yourself waking up or hear your alarm ringing, instantly know in your mind that your body is going to want to stay in that bed, but make sure you're fully aware that you can say no and just get out of bed. Trust me, this might be a little bit hard to do at first, but as you keep on doing it, it gets so much easier. And this is the best way to win the first battle of the day. Even though you can nail down getting out of bed instantly, and getting out of that place of comfort zone and not sleeping in, you could ruin everything if you do this one thing. And that one thing is starting to use your phone. It only takes a couple minutes of replying to texts, checking Instagram or emails, to get sucked in and throw you off for the rest of the morning. That's why it's so important not to use your phone for at least the first hour of the day. And if you do use your phone and try to jump back into being productive, there's gonna be a lot more mental friction there. So like I said, it's just best to avoid it for at least the first hour of the day. So we have getting up nailed down. You're not using your phone so it doesn't take you off track. Now what do we do next to actually get work done? Well, a big mistake that I see a lot of people make, especially those that are in the self-improvement community, is that they have this big complicated morning routine. And by the way, I used to think like this all the time, that I thought being productive every day was reading 10 pages of a book. Then I go out and get 30 minutes of sunlight. I do some red light therapy, then I go journal my thoughts and affirmations. Just chill. If we're being real honest, these are not the most important tasks at hand right now. When you're actually trying to be truly productive with your day, anything else besides the real work and important tasks is a distraction. And I'm not saying any of those things are bad, by the way. And I still do a lot of those things from time to time. But if you really want or need to do those things, just save them for later in the day. For me, the only things I really do before I get into my work, as soon as I wake up, I get out of bed, I chug some water, I pray and I stretch for a couple minutes so I can get my body moving and my mental right. And I'm asking God to help me throughout the day. And then I instantly instantly hop into my work. And if you actually want to take this a step further, you can instantly wake up and literally just hop straight into work. And that's if you really want to get work done and take this whole thing to the next level. And now remember when I told you about the 3 to 5 tasks that you need to do and to highlight the specific most important task? Well, that one task that we highlighted is the first task that we need to get done in that day. And let me explain why. When you accomplish the hardest and most time-consuming task of your day first off, it will be a lot easier to do so because there's not all this mental friction or residue of other tasks. So it's not only much easier to get done, but once you get that most important task done, all the other 3 to 5 tasks that you listed instantly become so much easier. And this is my best routine for the most productivity. Remember to stay diligent, watch this video right now, and whatever you do, do it to the glory of God, and I'll see you on the other side.